Shukendu, please mute your mic. Shukendu, please mute your mic. Mute your mic, please. Yeah, so as of now, I believe Bibu has covered like a introduction part, okay, from the DevOps part, okay, and from this new session, we'll discuss on Linux and Git, okay, AWS, Docker, Ansible, Kubernetes, and Terraform, CI/CD pipeline, Argo CD, and Prometheus and Grafana, okay. From these topics, I will cover like a Linux part. Okay. In Linux, you will learn like how to set up your virtual machines and how to set up your on-premises servers using Vagrant. Okay. And how to provisioning your different flavors of operating systems. Then how to give your file permissions, user add, right? And these things I will cover, okay. And if I talk about in shell scripting part, I will cover all these execution day-to-day activity in your current real-time industry, okay. Some essential shell script will provide like a cron job and some logs deleting, okay. So that you will hands-on experience on like this shell scripting part. And in Git part, Prasad will be cover, okay. And then come to Docker AWS part, okay. AWS part will mostly attend in last part, means in Terraform and AWS will start combinedly, okay. In Docker and Kubernetes, the most important part in real-time industry. So in Docker part, we'll cover like what is Docker, how to install Docker, okay, what is container, okay, and fundamental of the Docker, okay, how to create like custom Docker images, okay, and project. All these things we'll cover on that, okay. So once we cover the Docker part, then we'll come to the Kubernetes part. What are the topics we will cover in Kubernetes? Like what is Kubernetes, okay, and how to install, how to provisioning your cluster, okay. So we'll say give you all the setups, how to provisioning your infrastructure, okay, like in your AWS cloud as well as on premises, okay. We'll giving you Minikube as well as Kubedium system, okay. So in Kubernetes part, we'll cover like different components like node, pod, ingress, okay, service, like config map, secrets, volume, deployment set, stateful set, okay. All these things like we will cover on this Kubernetes part, okay. And we'll adding one part like Argo CD, okay. We'll use on this Kubernetes continuous deployment part, okay, like which is like a GitOps technology, okay. So for the continuous deployment, we'll lastly cover Argo CD concept so that you can know how to in industry level deployment their applications. So after the Kubernetes complete session will continue in the Ansible. Okay. So then we come to the Terraform and CI/CD Jenkins complete workflow. Okay. So these are the syllabus we'll cover. For the monitoring, like we will cover the Prometheus, Grafana, and also ELK. Okay, Elastic Log Stars Kibana. Okay. So we'll also provide like CI/CD tool, like for the CI part, you can learn like Jenkins as well as GitHub Action. Okay. So two things you will cover in CI part, like how to continuous integrate your applications using Jenkins as well as GitHub Action. Okay. So as per here, some candidates will want to learn Docker and Kubernetes, and some candidates like from the scratch. Okay. So, in that case, we will segregate those candidates who want to learn from the Docker and Kubernetes part, okay, and we will segregate the from the scratch level all these tools and technology will cover for the beginner to advanced level, okay. So, today I will start from these Linux, okay. So, how to create a VM or virtual machine to provisioning your infrastructure or create a instance on your on-premises server. So I will cover on that. Okay. So for this session in Linux, do you have any idea on Linux server? How many candidates you have knowledge on Linux? Okay. 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 So if you see, as we use in Windows operating system, similarly, Linux is a operating system. Okay, operating system means where we can execute our application or in a platform where we can get our multiple tasks. Okay, so as we know, there is a different operating system and different flavors is there. So Linux is one of the operating system. Okay. So in Linux is like a multitasking operating system. Multitasking means there are different user can be work simultaneously. Okay. So we'll start on that. Okay, from the beginning, and we discuss on that what is like Linux operating system and how it is like invented and what are the concept in the Linux, okay, how we provisioning our Linux operating system and what are the file system, okay, what are the modules is there, okay, we discuss each and every components on the Linux base, okay. Can we start? Yeah. So Linux is an open source Unix like operating system, okay, based on Linux kernel. What is kernel? First of all, we want to know what is the Linux kernel, okay? And it is an operating system kernel first released on September 17 September 1991 by Linus Torvalds. Okay. So the Linux operating system invented in 1991, September 17. Okay. So in this operating system distributed by a package, okay, that is called GNU, General Public License. Okay. So first of all, when we execute our application in Windows, okay, there is a exe format, okay, some hardware resources and some software resources required, right? Like in our binary files is there, okay. So in Windows operating system, like RAM, okay, hard disk, okay, all these things, software and hardware is requirement to provisioning a operating system. But in Linux, okay, kernel is a part which is manage the hardware and software components of the Linux system. Okay, so each of the components in a Linux system managed by the kernel. Okay, that means it is like the heart of the Linux operating system. Okay, the distribution include the Linux kernel and supporting system software and libraries. Okay, so system software. What is system software? Suppose I want to provisioning my operating system. What are the file system need to execute a operating system, that is called system software. Okay, software two types. One is application software, another one is system software. Okay, so the system software is based on your operating system. Okay, and the application software is which you want to provisioning on your system software. Okay, that means, for example, suppose in your Windows system you want to install a Office package, Microsoft Office package. Okay, so the Windows 10 server, okay, in your Windows 10 system, when the operating system loaded, okay, you see there is a no Office package. Okay, if you want to like presenting some PPT or some calculation in your Excel sheet, so you need to install the Microsoft Office. Okay, in that case, Microsoft Office package is application software, and in your Windows 10 is your system software. Okay, just a second. I want to use pen tab. Okay. So we discuss on OS, right? That is a application software, and another was system, right? So in system software, okay, OS is there, okay, and interpreter is there, and another is compiler is there, and third one is like assembler is there. Okay, so these four components is called a system software. Okay, and application software, what is? Like if you talk about Office package, okay, 365, okay, or like your Chrome, your WhatsApp, okay, anything, any application is a requirement for your personal use, okay, that is called application software. And in system software, that is OS, okay, operating system, interpreter, compiler, and assembler, okay. Four of these components called system software, okay. But we will not discuss on that, okay. Similarly, in Linux, okay, in Linux, there is a, yes, okay, okay. So all threes are called translators, okay. Yes, translators. Translator means suppose, just imagine, suppose you put A in your keyboard, okay. Then the machine language or the computer language is called machine language, right? That is binary language, right? 0 and 1, okay. So how a computer know that is A, okay? How it is read? Like if I put a star, okay, then how to translate, how a computer know, how a machine know that is a star or a or anything later, okay, that is translated. Binary means we will convert into the 0 and 1 format, okay. So suppose your language is like Hindi and this computer language is English, okay. So, in a Hindi language person and is a English language person, how will talk to each other? There is a third man or middle man is there, right? Who knows, right? Who knows Hindi as well as English? Okay. So in that case, when we discuss anything in Hindi, it is translated into the third party or third person, and then he translate into English. Okay. Similarly, when you put anything in the computer keyboard, it will convert into binary, and binary language it convert into machine language. Okay. Sorry. When you put in a higher level language, these are called higher level language. Okay, and that is machine language, okay. So for the higher level language too, in machine language we need these translators, okay. If you talk about what is the difference between compiler and interpreter, okay, when a human, okay, a human being input any commands apart from the binary language 0 and 1, okay, that is binary language, right? Apart from the 0 and binary language, whatever the language or whatever the input from the keyboard, okay, or any input, that is called higher level language, okay, higher level language. Yes, right, okay. When it convert into the machine language, okay, that is computer language or machine language or binary language, right? So for this translation we need those translators, okay, that means compiler, interpreter, and assembler, okay. If you discuss what is the difference between compiler and interpreter, okay, in your engineering career, first you see there is a C and a C++ language is mandatory, right? But now there is a Python is coming in market, right? What is the difference between C and Python? Okay, Python and C, okay, C programming is a compiler execution, okay, compiler, but in Python is a interpreter, right? What is the difference between interpreter execution? That means suppose you have write 10 line code, okay, in your C programming. I talk about C and C++, okay. Suppose you have execute or you have write some 10 line code, okay, and then you put alt plus 9, okay, then it compile the code and give your error, okay, right, give your error. It execute all these code simultaneously, okay, at a time it execute all this code, and where it will be getting error, then we giving the error code, okay. But suppose I have write 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay. Suppose in 2 number line in C programming there is a error, okay, but when I compile this code it giving me the error code, okay. But when I execute a first line code, it will completely execute all this code at a time. Then it's showing me the error. But Python, yes, okay. In C, okay, suppose you have write. I am not discussion on till now. I am not discussion on Python. Only I am discussion on Python, C plus C plus plus. Okay. I'm not started in Python discussion. Only I'm discussion on now in C and C++. Okay. For example, I'm saying in example. Okay. Hmm. So suppose you have write 10 line of the code. Okay. And you have input a error code in line 1. And if you compile this code, it will throwing the error. Okay. How compiler work? It completely execute all these codes, okay, and giving the results, okay. Then if I discuss in Python script what is the interpreter work, if you write 10 lines of code, okay, and your first line code is error, okay, then interpreter defined or execute only first line and it's showing your error in first line, not go to the second line, okay. Okay, that means interpreter is executing line by line, okay, and compiler execute total, okay, whatever the code, yes, whatever the lines of code it will execute, okay, got it. So now we do not discuss on that point. We discuss on Linux. Yes, compiler execute all the lines of the code at a time. Okay, and interpreter execute line by line, line by line. Okay, assembler basically. Just I point out, assembler basically execute the symbolic languages. Okay, symbolic languages. Okay, assemblers. Okay, we discuss on Linux. Assembler execute the symbolic languages. Okay, okay. So the popular Linux distributions include Debian, Fedora Linux, and Ubuntu. There are in current market there are different flavors is there. Okay, for example, I have mentioned only limited. Okay, you can explore on that. Okay, like Red Hat different version is there. Okay, so what is the difference between Unix and Linux? Okay, the Linux open source. Okay, and a large number of programmers work together online. Okay, and contribute to its developments. This sorry, yeah. Open source means you talk about free. Okay, anyone can download and anyone can use it. Okay, yeah. So this is open source and a large number of programmers work together. Just previously I talk about like multitasking. Okay, in industry level. Okay, suppose I just told you that. Okay, suppose in your company. Okay, there is a like a server. Okay, there is a Linux server. Okay, and in this Linux server we can distribute. Okay, multiple users. Multiple user means like it is a the username is A and another username is B and another username is C. Okay, that different user can work simultaneously. Okay, we can create a user and give the permission, and that permission, whatever the permission you given to that user, it will be execute here. Okay, that means suppose for example in a operating system. Okay, like someone creating some file. Okay, okay, at a time another person can delete one of the file or writing some code. Okay, so that means the multitasking operating system is like Linux, multi-user and multitasking operating system. Okay, got my point? Multi-user means number of people can be access that server. Okay, number of people can be access the server at a time and execute different application work. Okay, got my point? I will provide the note, don't worry about it. I will provide the recording section. Okay, so that you right, right. Suppose if I give an example. Okay, if you go to like 5 to 10 years back. Okay, there is one mobile. Only if you want to calling, then you can call. Okay. If you want to send a message, only you can send the message. Right. So now, after the 10 years, okay, in your handset, in your smartphone, you can execute multiple tasks at a time. Okay. You can listen music, you can send chat messages, and you can write some different content. Okay, that is Android, and where if you see there is a kernel version is there. If you go to your mobile and check once your settings. Okay, there is a kernel version is there in your mobile. Okay, the Android version. Okay, if you comes, it will execute through the kernel. Okay, now if you check in your everyone's setup, say in settings in your phone, you see there is a kernel version. Okay, so that the kernel version will be helps, okay, to execute multiple tasks at a time. Okay, so the Linux is a multi-user and a multitasking operating system. Okay, yes, yes. Server means like your system or your computer. Okay, so if I discuss on Unix, Unix was developed by AT&T Labs, different commercial vendors, and non-profit organizations. Okay, anybody can use Linux, whether the home client or developer or students. Okay. So Linux operating system you can use like different for your office use or for home use or as a student or for the developing. Okay, developed mainly for the servers. So Unix operating system mainly developed for the servers, workstations and mainframes. Okay, there are different server structure. Okay, mini, micro, mainframe. Okay. So I do not want to discuss on that point. Okay. Next point, it is used everywhere from servers, PCs, smartphones. Okay. You got your answer right. In Linux operating system, okay, used everywhere from servers, PC, smartphones, tablets to mainframes. Okay. So Linux operating system mainly used those cases and many more cases. Now you see in your car, okay, you see like different cloud services provide in your map, okay. So these operating system or IoT, okay, IoT tools used different gadgets, okay. If you discuss all these case, Linux operating system is used, okay. So the default interface is bash, okay. So in Linux operating system, mainly used a shell command that is called bash command, okay. That full name is Brown against shell, okay. I will discuss, yeah, okay. I will discuss, okay. Don't worry, okay. Hmm. I will discuss on that point, okay. Don't worry about it. I will not come that point. I will discuss on that one later. Okay. It initially used for brown cell. Okay. And but it is also compatible with the other GNU as well. GUIs as well. GUIs means graphical user interfaces. Okay. So if you talk about there are different concepts like in GUI mode and a command line mode. Okay. Command line mode means you can execute your whatever you want to do, perform in your operating system. You can go through your command. Okay. But in GUI, that means graphical user interface, you can click, you can visually see the tools details or options, then you can create that one that is called a GUI mode. Okay. Some of the Linux versions Ubuntu, Debian, GNU, Arch, and Linux, etc. Some of the Unix versions are SUSE, Solaris, CISO, and Unix X, HP, and UX, Ultrix, etc. Okay. Actually, these are the Unix versions. Okay. And these are the Linux versions. Okay. Basically, these are the Unix versions now market used as well as Linux version also used. But in higher end, most of the Unix version is using and parallelly also using Linux version as well. Okay, but if you comparison, there's some difference in Linux as well as in Unix. Okay, okay. If you discuss what is like a command, okay, in workstations, okay, in mainframes, high-end workstations, okay. Sorry, in mainframe computers, okay. There are different types of computer classifications, okay. You can go through from the basic, okay. You can Google on it how many types of computers, okay. You can find it, okay. So command means and GUI, okay. If I discuss, suppose you want to create a folder, okay. Suppose you want to create a folder. Your agenda is like create a folder, okay. So in your Windows system, you go to the right click on the new, right, the desktop and click on new, and there is a folder option, right, yellow color, right, there is a box, and click on it and put your name and you can create a folder, right. That is you can visible what are the commands or what are the steps you follow through the GUI mode. You can see and follow the steps. But in command line, you don't have graphical objects present. Only you can go to your command line. That means you want to create a folder or directory. Okay, you can write some command. Okay, that is called command line interface. Okay, suppose I want to create a folder, I can write some command. Okay, then it will create a folder. Okay, that is the difference between a GUI and command line. Okay, if you simplify that in GUI mode, you can see the steps. Okay, whatever you want to create a folder. Okay, but in command line, you are not able to see the steps. You just mention your command, then it will create the folder. Okay, in your terminal. Yes, terminal means you know that is like CMD command prompt, right? In your Windows, right? Okay, that is a terminal. Okay, so where yes, this is the terminal. Okay, where you can execute your command. Okay, that is not a picture. That is a command line tool. Okay, yes. So that you can put your command, whatever you want to execute, then it will create a folder, or you want to find a file, anything you can put. Okay, so how to set up a Linux server? Okay, suppose you want to install a Linux operating system on your Windows laptop or desktop. Okay, so how to what are the steps you follow so that you can create your Linux server? Okay, there are different approaches, there are different resources is there, but for easily if you want to practice day-to-day activity, You can use your virtual box and you can install your background and you can launch your Linux server. Okay. You have to download that VirtualBox. Okay, I will show you what are the steps you will follow so that you can launch your virtual machines. Okay, so I have write these steps. Okay, so that you can easily create your Linux server on your Windows machine. Okay, so I'll giving you one demo. Okay, how to create your Windows server on your Windows machine, Windows 10 or 11. Okay, for this you need like a virtual box. Okay, Oracle VM or that is Oracle virtual box. Okay, you have to need to download this virtual box. Okay, yes, here is like you go to your browser and download yes VirtualBox. Okay, and come to download. Okay, and you don't download the 7.0.4 version, you have to need like 6.1. Okay, then click on it. Okay, click on it and open that. Yes, yes. Okay, so here there is like Windows host. Okay, I'll copy that link and send to your message. Okay, to download the VirtualBox and install that VirtualBox. Okay, then you download the background. Okay, download background. Okay, okay, then you click on MD64. Okay, if you click on that, it will automatically download the exe format. Okay, I will provide the link. Okay, so that you can download the vagrant as well as the VirtualBox. Okay, so after the class you can download it and create a VM. Okay, Mm. So after the installation of VirtualBox and background, you need to create a folder. Okay, create a folder and right click on it and open with a git bash. Okay, Here there is some command to need to be executed here. Okay, vagrant. I will provide the command. Okay, don't worry about it. Vagrant up. Up means it will initialize the vagrant setup and create a vagrant file. Okay, when you execute this command vagrant up, that means it will be init that is a terminal mode. I am using the git bash. Okay, when the a bash shell will be executed, it will come from the dollar sign. Okay, don't worry about it. I will discuss on that. Okay, so here we will execute vagrant up. That means if you see here, my folder is blank, right? It is empty folder. Okay. If I execute vagrant up, that means it will create, okay, okay. You see, that means the new version that is showing the my vagrant version, okay. But it's saying required to run, okay. A vagrant environment or target machine is required to run, okay. So here it will saying the final option to be changed the directory with a vagrant file. If you not mention here the vagrant file, it will not up your machine, okay. If you want to create a machine, you need to run or create a vagrant file. Okay. How to create a vagrant file? If you here you will put vagrant init. Okay. Init means initialize. Okay. That means if you want to initialize the vagrant, okay, so that you can put vagrant init. Okay, vagrant init means vagrant initialize. Okay, when you put this command, it will create a yes, yes, yes. I will provide you all the steps. Sukendu, 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 are you hear me? Oh, you Husikesh, but you joined in Sukendu ID. Don't worry about it. I will provide all the commands and steps. Okay, just follow what are I okay, okay. I'll provide, okay? Don't worry about it. Okay, 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 okay. If you see here, when I put this vagrant init means initialize, it will create a, okay, vagrant file, okay? What inside this vagrant file, if you right click on it and edit with Notepad++, okay? If you see here, the vagrant file is read by this Ruby script, okay? If you see here, there's some config file, okay, and some server related details. Okay. So how you create a virtual machine? Okay. If you see, I will show you uh, one. Yeah. If you see, this is a background file. Okay. Here I have declared the machine's name. That means server name. Okay. Here I have used CentOS 7. Okay, as a OS. Okay. And it is the static IP for that server. Okay. And I have forward the port number for this server. Okay. And what is the configuration for this hardware? I have provided the 2 GB RAM and CPU for the 2 core. Okay. Everyone clear or any doubt? Okay. So here we'll create a one machine and okay. I will copy. I will provide this background file. Okay, so that you can easily create a VM. Okay. After the end of the class, I will provide the background file. I will copy that and go to the my directory which I have created for this provisioning the VirtualWorks and VM. Yeah, that one. And I will open it. Okay. I will replace this code to, okay, this code. Okay. Copy and paste here. Okay. This is my machine name. There is a master. Okay. My server name is master. Okay. And my operating system is CentOS. Okay. And network IP is like 192.168.56.100. And if you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, no issue. Okay, like if you put 199, it is fine. Okay, and if you want to like give the CPU, okay, more or less, you can resize it. Okay, if you want to 2 core to 1 core, it's easy. Okay, just put here. And if you want to like increase your RAM size or decrease your RAM size, it is like here you can put. Okay, so that I will put 2 GB RAM for that. And if you want to multiple node, multiple server, then you can define it like as like here. Okay, here is a master and another server is like node. Okay, so that you can easily create your VM. Okay. So I want to create a master. I do not want to create a node. Okay, I delete that. Yeah, and save it. Okay, and go to that directory. If you see that as a background file, and I have opened this terminal. Right. I will put again background up. Okay, master is already there. Just a second. We need to change the name, server name. because already I have one machine for the name is master. Okay. Uh, I'll put master one only. Master one, master one. Only you can change the name. Okay. No issue. Okay. This server name is master one. Okay. And again save it. Go to the terminal and put the background up. Okay. If you see here, bring the machine master one up. That means it will create your machine or create your server. Okay. 22 port for the SSH. Okay. I will discuss on that how we connect to the server. Okay. Here is the private key, generating the private key. Through the private key, you can connect. Okay. Now my server is up and running. Okay. If you see here, master one server is now ready. How you will check? Okay. First of all, you check here. You see their master one is there, right? And status is running, right? So if you want to connect this server, if you want to connect this master one server, how you will connect? Okay. There's a two way or different way also available. Okay. If you want to connect to this server, you can just put vagrant, okay, SSH, secure cell connection, okay, and your server name, master one, right? My server name is master one, right? So I want to connect to this master one server. I put just vagrant SSH master one, okay, then put enter. If you see here, you already inside the server. Okay, you already inside the server. If you want to check your IP, your server IP is like 192, 168.56 and 199, right? If you see here, your server IP 192, 68, 56 and 99. Okay, it is easy to create a Linux server inside your Windows 10 machine or Windows 10 laptop or desktop. Okay. Any doubt till now? Yes. I have already sent this link in your message. Okay. No, no, not used WhatsApp. I have already in this meeting a message. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Here is like message. Okay. If you click here, there are two links is there, okay, right? I'll provide in WhatsApp, okay? Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, for this Git bash, okay. Okay, I'll send the Git bash link, okay. You can click here, just put Git bash, Okay, download git bash, open that and download for Windows. I will copy the link and send to the link. Okay. Once you inside the server machine, okay, you can create a username. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, you can download it and you can install it. Okay. Just actually, so can actually just wait. Please first give me the some time to complete the scenario. Then you can raise your questions. Okay. Once I will complete this class, then you can raise your hand and whatever you have doubt, I can explain you. Okay. Yeah. Just mute yourself. Okay. So this is the one way to go inside this master one machine. Okay. If you want to any other machine like Putty or Mobaxstrom, okay, so that you can connect to this machine. Okay. If in my case I want to connect to this machine using the Mobaxstrom, okay, I will open this Mobaxstrom, okay, then I will connect to this server, okay. Okay, this server is now up and running. I want to access this server. Okay, how you can access this server? You have to need click on session. Okay, and come to SSH secure shell connection. Click on it, and you have to put the your IP. That means your server IP. Okay, the server IP is 192.168.56 and 199, right? Then here you have to pass your server username. Okay. For connecting to this server, you need your server name is Vagrant. Okay. And if you see there is a port number is 22. Okay. The secure cell connection established between 22 port. The default port is 22. Okay. So then yes. You can put your 20 means that not to be execute, okay, that not to be connect, okay, that is the default port 22. Okay, you can then you can go to your advanced SSH setting and use private key. Okay, use private key, click check on that and click on this browse. Okay, if you see, okay, in your machine, okay, go to your folder where you have created this machine, open that, and you see there is a dot background folder is present. Okay, go to inside that dot background, and if you see here there is a machines folder. Okay, then come to this machines, and if you see here there is your server name. Okay, open that and come to the virtual box, and if you see here there is a private key is there. Select that private key and open it. Okay, once you open that, okay, you can click on open. Once you browse this private key, then you can click on it. Okay. Okay, you can see here you are already inside the server machine. You are already connected to this server. Okay, got it or any doubt? Any doubt how to connect your server? Go to your SSH, okay, session, click on SSH, put your server IP. Actually, you just put now you I have no time to discuss step by step. Okay, after this class, I will provide the link, okay, the recording section, so that you can easily note down it in your rough. Okay. Hmm. So here you can put your server IP and your server username, and here you can put your private key. Okay, browse the private key and select the private key and then click on OK. Okay, once these credentials match to your server, then it will be connected to your server. Okay, once you go inside this server, okay, you can put like I want to clear my screen, and you can put sudo. What is the meaning of sudo? Okay, I will go through this file structure and these things. Okay, later I will discuss on that. I will cover it how to access the Linux server. This thing already covered. Okay, next, what is the file Linux file system? Okay, what is slash? Okay, what is slash bin? Okay, and what is like slash etc? What is slash home? Okay, I will discuss on that. Okay, what are these things? Okay, if I compare to the Linux and Windows, in our Windows machine, in our Windows 10 or 11, there is a C drive, right? There is a C drive where all the OS related application files present, right? System, Windows, right? All the binary files, okay, or DLL files, okay, present inside the C drive. Okay, similarly, in Linux, slash is there. Okay, what is the meaning of slash? That is a root directory. Okay, inside the root directory, all the directory structure is present. Okay, top level directory. Okay, that is called top level directory. Inside the root directory, all the directories are present. Okay, if you go to, for example, if you go to C drive, inside the C drive, all these directory application OS related files is there. Like for example, Windows, user, program files. Okay, these things are present. Okay, if you go to this program file, all program related folder structure is present. Similarly, in our Linux system, all these directories are present. Okay, got my point? or any doubt? Any doubt till now? Okay. So, if we discuss what is slash bin, what is slash etc, what is slash home. Similarly, I have limited folder structure there, but I have discussed on that. If you see in the left side of this picture, there is a slash bin, slash boot, slash dev, slash etc, slash home, slash leave. What is a slash? Why we put the forward slash? Because slash is the top level root directory. Inside the slash, all these directories are present. So we put slash. Okay, got my point? All these folder structures inside the slash. That means root directory, top level root directory. Right. These folder structure or directory structure, children, okay, it is a parent. Okay, okay. Like if you discuss here, that is a slash root is the parent, okay, and slash bin slash etc slash home is the child, okay. If I discuss slash home is parent, and the user 2 is the child, okay. And if I talk about user structure, user 1 is the parent, and these three folder is the child, okay. Got it? Or any doubt? Folder inside the folder. Okay. So the slash bin. Okay. The slash bin means essential user command binaries. Bin means binaries. Okay. So slash bin means all the binaries related files. Okay. Because Linux execute the binary files. Okay. Like in Windows, if you see there is a DLL file, okay, so DLL file essential for the Windows, and the binary files is essential for the Linux, okay. So for the user related, all these binary files present in the slash bin directory. That means suppose you want to install like Git in your Linux system, okay. The Git package, okay, like Git package, binary files present inside the bin directory so that user can easily execute the command, Git command, okay. Then come to boot, slash boot. Slash boot means, what is the boot? What is the boot meaning? Booting is like two types, okay. There is a cold booting and another is warm booting, okay. What is the meaning of a boot? Boot means start, okay. Suppose you want to start your OS or operating system, okay. The booting related means the starting, okay. What are the file required to start your OS? That is called boot directory, okay. So once a operating system want to start, suppose you try to start your server, but it is not able to start. Some file inside the boot directory, like a crash or some bug, okay, some deleted. In that case, you're not able to launch your server. Okay. So all the boot related means start or related files present inside the slash boot directory. Okay. And slash dev. Dev means device. Okay. Device related binary files. Okay. And if we talk about slash etc, it is the most important directory. All the configuration files inside the etc directory. Okay. As a user, Linux user, every time you need to be access this etc directory. Okay. So all these file related configuration related server related files present inside the slash etc directory, like a host specific system configuration. Host means there are two type of a host. Okay, just a second. Okay, so so host specific means server IP, server configuration files, all these files inside this slash etc directory. Okay, and slash home means that is the user home directory. Okay, suppose in your Windows, okay, if I give a example, in your Windows, there is a user directory, right? If you go inside the C drive and click on it, there is a users, right? Whatever users you have mentioned in your system, it will giving the username. Like if you see here, that is a user and there is a public, right? So in here Linux, similarly, all these uh, slash home means every user have a home directory. Okay, every user have a home directory. Okay, library slash lib means library files. Okay, all these share library files is there. Okay, and media like slash media means if you want to inject your USB or some USB or some CD or DVD, all removable. Like um, you can inject that device and remove this device. Okay, peripherals. Okay, peripheral device. That means you can connect to your server and you can eject it. Okay, that the related files are present inside the slash media. Okay, and slash mnt means any mount point, or if you want to share your directory. Okay, that means I want to share a one file to another server. Okay, that is a share folder, right? Similarly, in here, slash mnt means I want to mount. Mount means point out to that particular directory to a another specific server or specific device. Okay, that is called slash mnt directory. Okay, that is the mounted file system. Okay. Then slash opt, okay, that is the add-on application software packages. That is the optional directory, okay, where you can use your application level or user level, okay, that is the optional directory. Yes, yes, I will provide this PDF format, okay. Okay, so that you can use like slash sbin, okay, that system binary files, okay. So yes, 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 okay. Then slash srv, okay, data for service from the system. That is the like system related or service related. What are the services running inside your Linux server? That is the related data will be present inside the srv directory. Suppose you have execute or you have running a application. What are the services running inside your server? That related file or that related data present inside the srv directory. Okay, and it's slash tmp. Okay, like temporary files. As you know, in your Windows also some temporary files is there. So similarly, in Linux as well as slash tmp is the temporary file directory. Okay, you can search in it. Okay, okay, you can go you can put no, we can put it like Windows and R, and you can put is slash tmp. These are the temporary directory, and if you go to the file structure, that is C drive, Windows, and a tmp. Okay, TAMP. But in Linux, if you see TMP, and in Windows TEMP. Okay, that is a temporary directory. Okay, yes. And if you see the slash USR, okay, utilities and application related files present inside the slash USR. Okay, and if you see slash PROC, that means process related informations inside the directory. What are the what are the processing inside the Linux server? That related information inside the PROC directory. Okay. So I think I have covered all these directory structures. Okay. And some of part will cover on when you're executing this day-to-day activity. Okay. Yes. I will first you give me the time for complete the class, then I will discuss on that. Okay. So suppose you have to launch a server or in your system, you have to need update the server first. Okay. So that your server is up to date. Okay. So in that case, there is a different user structure is there. Okay, and sudo. Okay, there is a word sudo means super user do. Super user means there is a administrator. In your Windows you see there is a administrator user, right? So in Linux there is called sudo. Okay, the sudo means your super user do. That if you give one of the user to permission, that for the sudo permission, it is similar to a administrator. Okay. So once you want to update your server, you can you can give the command sudo yum update and -y for yes. Okay. Yum means yum is a repository. Okay. That is a CentOS server, Red Hat CentOS. So we'll use yum package manager. Okay. If you use Ubuntu, then in that case you can use apt package manager. Okay. I will discuss on that. Okay. Later I will discuss on that point. What is yum and apt? But now I want to update my server. Okay. In that case, we'll put sudo yum update and -y and put enter. Just wait a minute because it is the first time update. It will take time. That is called command line interface. Okay, whatever you want to update your server, I will put here sudo yum update, right? Okay, that is called command line interface. Okay, so if you want to update your Windows machine, you just put here update, right? You can graphically you can see it and click on the update, right? That is called a GUI mode and that is called command line mode. Okay, clear that? So Windows is a graphical user interface and Linux. There is a two flavor also available. There is a graphical user interface also available and command line as well. Okay. Vishwaranjan, are you there? Any doubt till now? Okay. Ankit, Aniket, you have any doubt? Okay. You have knowledge on like Linux? Okay. That means you want to know from the scratch, right? Okay. Biswa, you have knowledge on Linux? Okay. 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 Rajaram, you have knowledge on like Linux? Okay. Okay. From the very beginning. first time update, so it take like 5 to 10 minutes. Once it update, then we'll proceed. Now the update is complete. Okay. You, so yes, 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 yes. So if you see here, there is a two part is coming, right? There is a vagrant, another is like at the rate, and another here the right side is localhost. What is the meaning of that? Okay. If you see here in the left side, that is a user, okay, and that is my computer name. That means my server name or server host name. Okay, if that means my server name. Okay, we called host. Okay, we called the server name is host. If you check once, what is the server name? Okay, if you click on that, if you see here, that is my server name or my Windows system name. Okay, if you click here, okay, properties, okay, if you see here, that is a device name in Windows, right? That is your host name. Okay, similarly, if you come to in Linux, that is called your local host. Okay, how you check your server name? Okay, you can put command host name. Okay, you can put simply the name host name. You can see here that is localhost. Okay, got my point? That is your computer name, host name, that is called localhost. And if you check what is the user, you can just put ID. Okay, ID means that is the user ID, UID. Okay, that means it will come from a number. The user ID is 1000. Okay, and user name is background. Okay, I will discuss on that. What is this thing? Okay, just for the initially, I just explain these things, but later I will discuss briefly what are these things. Okay, so here is the username. You can see here the left side is the username, and that is your host name. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Domain means if you want to pass. Okay, if I want to means it indicate local means local host means it indicate to the specific IP address 172, right? That is a default port number. If you see here, local domain means we specify the domain name, right? xyz.com, right? And if you specify a particular domain name to that particular server, in that case, you can here you will not define the domain name. You know that is a domain name. If you specify, yes, yes, that means if I mounting, if you go to inside the cd slash etc, okay, and you can put here cat hosts. That is right, right, hosts. Okay. Okay, if yeah, if you see here, that is the 127, that is the default IP, okay, for this local host. Okay, if you want to change this IP to your static IP and you put to DNS name, okay, and then in that case it will specify your domain name. Okay, if I put here, okay, if I want to change, okay, I want to change the host name, okay, and put sudo hyphen I, that means root user, admin user, okay, and I want to change my local host to my computer name, my customized host server name, okay, then in that case I want to change, there is a command hostname ctl, okay, set hyphen hostname, okay, and your server name, okay, suppose I want to give my server name is master, okay, dot master hyphen server, okay, okay, and here I put this, and after this changes you refresh your system in your Windows, you refresh the server, right? Similarly, if I want to refresh the Linux server, I just put bash, right? If you see here, the host name is changed, right? Okay, that is a master hyphen server. If I want to know what is the server name, in that case, I can check host name, right? Okay, if you see here, now my server name is master hyphen server. Okay, if I want to specify this server to a specific domain name like local domain, right? Similarly, I want to mapping my customized domain name. Okay, in that case, I will go inside the uh, city, okay, slash etc, okay, and then vi, what is the vi is the editor, okay. So, like our in Windows Notepad, right? Similarly, in Linux, there is a VI, Nano, VIM, okay? That different editor is there, but here I will use a VI and that host file name, right? Hosts, okay? If you see here, there are only the local host directory, direct file structure is there. If I mention here, my customize, my server IP is like 192.168.56 and 199, right? And I want to give my specific domain, right? Like master dot example dot com, okay? And mapping to that alias, which called alias, right? Master hyphen server, okay, got it? Now you got it, how you specify your domain to this server, okay, so that you can save it. How you save it? Just put colon wq and exclamatory and save it, okay. One want to join the meeting, okay. So in that case, if you ping, if you want to ping like IP, right? 192.168.56.199. Okay. In that case, it is able to ping, right? Similarly, if you want to SSH or communicate through the IP as well as through the domain name, okay. If you see here, name, you only showing the server name. But if you want to ping this server using master.example.com, it will be able to be ping. Okay. What is DNS? DNS is nothing but it is a translator or converter of the your IP, right? If you see here, I have pinged this server, but it pointing to that particular server. Okay. So once I put this that server DNS name to my Windows host, then it will be able to ping. Okay. Okay. We do not want to go inside the briefly. Okay. Later on, we'll discuss on that. Okay. If I go inside this concept, then it will be confusing. Okay. Clear, Rahul? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I already, I just put wrong IP, I think, in your host file. I think I put, yeah, that is 86, 68. I wrongly put it. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thanks. Okay. Now it is able to ping. You can ping to the DNS name as well as your, yeah. Thanks for correcting me. Okay. So, this is means like you can mapping to your IP2 as a domain name server, that is called a DNS. Okay, or domain name service. Okay, we'll discuss on that. Don't worry about it. Okay, you can communicate through the IP as well as your DNS. Okay, I think I have completed for today's session. Okay, I will provide this recording session and details. If you have any doubt, I will give 10 minutes. You can ask me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Ask me. You can save your if you use VI editor, then you want to save your file, whatever you have changed. Okay. In that case, you can use W, Q, and exclamatory. Okay, and put enter. Right, right, right. Yeah, Rajaram, you can ask. Yeah, Movaxtrum. Okay, and second one. Sorry, may I just briefly discuss you? If you want to provisioning this Vagrant server on your Windows system, okay, you have to download VirtualBox first, and second one is Vagrant. Okay, then you want to connect to your server, then you can use Mobaxtrum. Okay, then you there is a one setting in your Windows machine. I just show you. Okay, and okay, if you're using your Windows machine, what is your system configuration? 8 GB RAM, right? That's fine. Okay, no issue. And if you go inside the control panel, and put here there is like programs. And if you see here, turn Windows feature on or off. Okay, click on that, and if you see here, there is a option Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay, you can check on it. Okay, and click on OK, and it will prompt to be restart your laptop. Okay, after restarting, then it will be working fine. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Don't worry about it. I will provide all the recordings. Don't worry about it. I will provide all these links and recording session. Okay. First of all, we segregate some team, so that some advanced team is there and some beginner team is there. Okay, we separate both of, yeah, so we segregate these teams, and who have experience on that, then we not again come to this topic. We'll discuss on advanced concept like Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. And if you want to learn like from scratch, then we'll provide the from scratch all these things. Okay. So any comments or any doubt, you can ask me. Click on right click on your this PC, right click on this PC, and go to properties. Yes, yes. You can see here. You can follow me. You can follow me. Okay. Are you able to see my screen, right? This PC is there, right? Yes. Right click, right click, right click. There is a properties. You can see here. Okay. That is your processor, and that is your RAM. Okay. Minimum 8 GB is required for creating this VM, and after when you come to this Kubernetes and Docker, much more RAM is needed as per your use, and as per your VM it is required. Okay, so uh, anyone any doubt till now? Novastrom Home Edition, Portable Edition, or no, you can use Home Edition. Don't worry about it. Or yes, yes, yes. Okay, 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 okay. I'll just show you. There is a Home Edition, right? You can download now. Okay, and if you come here, there is like a Home Edition is there, right? Portable Edition, Rajaram. Yeah, that portable. You can click on portable. You can click on portable. Okay. Pratik, you have any doubt? You have any you have any doubt? Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. चलेगा चलेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, चलेगा आपका, दौड़ेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Okay, okay, don't worry about it. Okay, okay, no issue. Okay, can we do you have any question? Then you can ping me. Okay, and if you don't have any question, then can you wind up this class? Yeah. Yes. Yes.